Cannabis Indica मध्ये greatness चं काय differentiation?
See, sulfur basically being soric in miasm, right? So sulfur has got this superlative ego, pride, what we call it as, and that with that pride, he is very good in expressing his thoughts, which are not concrete. They are simply a superficial show. And because of that, whatever he talks, it just seems that he is talking with an air of something that is baseless. And therefore, since it is baseless talk, this idea that he is floating, his thoughts are simply floating without having any sort of concrete, firm, cemented base to it. And therefore, the idea about greatness comes. That what a great orator I am. But ideally, he doesn't have the minutest details of that particular subject or what he's talking about. And whenever he is going to be asked any question, any doubt by any person, he will simply tend to deviate the topic in such a smooth manner that he will distract your mind from what question you have asked. Therefore, he is so good as a philosopher. But that philosopher who doesn't have a concrete idea about a given subject. Similarly, if you see, even in Cannabis Indica, there is this idea that it acts on the higher center of the brain, affecting the consciousness, behavior and intellect. And when it affects the consciousness, behavior and intellect at the higher level, at a lower level, it affects simply the disorientation of time, place and space. And when he is disoriented, there is nothing that can bow him down. There is nothing that he can be compressed. There is nothing that he will be stuck or rooted to the ground. He is in that moment of time completely disoriented, meaning he feels himself to be very light, floating. And this, when he is only self-centered about his happening and not worried about anything that is outside, he is in that position to feel great about himself. And therefore, if you see mind, imagination, delusion, great person he is, you will see sulphur as well as Cannabis Indica. Both these remedies come. Sulphur as a ragged philosopher, where his talks are simply not rooted and not concrete. Hamamalades, Cannabis Indica, where there is affinity towards higher center of the brain, that is consciousness, behavior and intellect, and then further affecting the lower center in terms of disorientation of time, place and space, and therefore he is not in par with the situation, with the happening, and therefore his talk, his thought, everything are simply in air. And therefore in air means what? Feeling that I am the only one, I am the only person. So both sulphur and cannabis, you will see they have this different ideologies in terms of similar thought or similar delusion of being a great person.